Hey everyone, welcome back to another Contest of Champions video. I was just going to knock out this boss rush real quick. I want to go in with this team right now. I'll probably try to do it a second time with a team without my 5 stars, just going with like rank 5 4 stars, or even some 440s, just to test and see if it's something that some lower levels can get to, even without the high ranking champs. I really think you can. My Iceman's rank 440. I'm not going to be bringing him in now, but I'll bring him in when I try to take it the second time. Um, but honestly, I don't think he's needed. So let's just see how this goes. I'm bringing the Quake in from Mephisto, but honestly, I think a lot of people can handle him. Quake is really good for him, but Gwen is good for him. Vision's good for him because he can put the heal block on. Basically, if you can heal block, heal reverse, and just play defensively whenever he's got the Aura of Incineration. But we'll see. I haven't really seen a whole lot about this. I'm going to look at the nodes real quick as I go into them just to double check I'm not walking into something and not paying attention. Because I know one of them applies a bleed. I think it's Blade if you dash back. So I brought Vision for him as well, just to have some type of bleed immune. Crossbones is a pretty straightforward fight. As you guys know, just really bait out that special one. Yeah, my parries have not been landing as well today, so apparently I need to get good. So they do have a decent amount of health, so that's one thing that's kind of extending out the fights a little bit. Just get this armor break on just to try to finish them off pretty quick after this. Yeah, any fight that goes over 30 hits with Gwenpool is I guess, considered a long fight. Alright. Crossbones down, no problem. I think up until probably Green Goblin, where you're going to take a lot of chip damage from his specials, you could beat most of this with 440, 3 stars. That might be something to try to do, is bring in some 3 stars and see if that's something that's available. Okay, so he's going to get Caltraps if I dash back, so you're definitely going to want someone that is bleed immune. Bring in Vision for this. Might not be the best choice. There's other bleed immune champions that would be stronger for this. But I haven't fought a whole lot against Blade. Even in Master Mode, the fight was over pretty quick that I'm not... Okay, it's Electra. Fair enough, and then I get hit. Okay, so it doesn't have as easy as an opening as Electra's does. That's good to know. Keep that heal block on him. Oh, wow, that is so annoying. With how little damage Vision does, that 600 and some health per tick is a little frustrating. I think you can sneak in between those attacks. I'm just going to be playing it safe. gosh. And I get clipped. Okay. So obviously not perfect. Like I said, I don't know Blade very well. In Master Mode, I think I was still just auto-fighting since he was the boss of the second mission. Special... Okay, unblockable level 1, so that shouldn't be any different than normal. Okay, and I can't interrupt his heavies. I'm glad I read that. So I'm just going to bring in Star-Lord, just try to end the fight quick. Like I was saying, at least for these first 3 fights, bleed immune for Blade, but just about anybody else, I don't think it's going to be a huge deal who you bring in. Just got to play decent, try not to take too much block damage. But as you saw, as me fighting Blade, that did not go super smoothly. Probably could have finished it with my level 1, but oh well. Sorry, I'm trying to focus a little bit, and so it's kind of hard to commentate as I'm going through these because I don't know some of these fights, throwing me off a little bit. Okay, for Green Goblin, what I was doing whenever he was in Master Mode in Act 5.3, I was just bringing Thor in. Thor and Gwenpool were kind of my go-tos. I want to save Gwen for Mephisto, so I'm going to hit him with Thor just to try to do, with the class advantage and the armor breaks, just crack out as much damage as I can get. Always try to push him to his level 2. It's going to be less chip damage because it is fully evadable. There's just not really an entry afterwards. So I kind of messed up there. I probably should have saved him my level 3. Oh, and I'm giving him his. Awesome. This is over. I dashed back too quick. So I got clipped on the follow-up. So as you can tell, I'm not playing that smooth, but we'll see. Mephisto's really the fight that I'm interested in, how that's going to go. Man, get a bleed. If I could hit a parry. Okay, so I'm interested on Morningstar because I did not... My bleed immune is basically dead, so I'm trying to decide how I want to approach this. Can't block her level 1s, that's fine, that's not the difficult one to evade. Our level 2 is kind of like a Cyclops beam. I think it's got 3 hits in it, so it can be a little interesting to evade out of. Okay, that's a pretty heavy bleed. I didn't know how much damage that was going to do. So with concussion, she should not be able to activate her bleed on my impact. I got kind of lucky there. So I'm probably dead either way. So I'm just trying to. Thought I would do more damage with this. Well. Yep. Okay. That did not go how I wanted it to, but it wasn't too bad. I took too much bleed damage when attacking into her while she didn't have concussion on her. I almost tried to block that. I was not thinking. Okay. So she's down, no issues, really. I mean, lost Quake. I was planning on trying to Quake out for Mephisto. I know she can counter his regen if you time the concussion correctly. But I think I'm just going to go in here with Gwen. And if I can get... I think she can cancel his heal if you get enough stacks out first. If I can land a parry. There we go. So when the aura's up, you really just want to stay the crap away from him. Too soon. Gosh dang it. Yeah. I'm still learning on his level 2. The aura really throws me off on the timing because I'm watching his whip spin and trying to pay attention to that, and the aura kind of distracts me. I rush in too soon. That 5 stacks of Aura of Incineration. I just took like 2,000 or almost 3,000 damage worth per hit. So I was kind of hoping I could get one of those sweet heal blocks from my level 2, but alas, I did not. Got him. All right. Fair enough. I got a really lucky crit on my SP2 there. So that is kind of rough. When I come back in, when I try to run it again, I will probably use some different champions to try out some different stuff. I'd like to actually save vision for him. The heal block works pretty well. You just have to prep it, but because you can keep people in basically constant heal block as vision, either Vision, Age of Ultron, or OG. I think those are good options. for a Mephisto counter. Obviously, countering with a Mephisto, a 4 or 5 star of your own, or an Iceman is really going to be your best bet. So you're going to want to just really focus on the champs that are going to cause the biggest issue. So you're going to want a Bleed Immune for the Morningstar and the Blade. So anybody that's going to put out a decent amount of damage, I would, a Ultron would be decent because you can heal up some from the chip damage. Taking in, I used Vision like you saw, but I would probably recommend using someone else that's Bleed Immune on that. Ghost Rider would probably be fantastic. Mine's only 440, so I might bring him in for a round 2 trial. I bet he would do really well against both Morningstar and Blade with his bleed immunity. And then for Mephisto, anybody that can issue a heal block or a reverse healing, or as you saw with Star-Lord or Gwenpool, which not with Gwenpool this time, but in my Master Mode video, Gwenpool can output enough damage that she can basically counter all the healing that he does because she just does so much damage. I think in the Master Mode one I had 3 or 4 stacks of bleed on him, so the second he was done healing, he just started draining again. And you can also, I'm not 100% on this because Mephisto's defensive ability accuracy reduction, it's weird because it doesn't work with anything passive, but Gwenpool is an active one by having to stack hits, so she should count. So I think that she can override that if she has, just RNGs on your side. So 2% every attack can get close. So Gwenpool is a pretty good option, but really, like you saw, when he had 5 stacks of Ore of Incineration, each one was doing a little over 600 damage, or almost 700 damage. So with 5 stacks of that, you're dying really quick. That's like 3k per tick. And so, you just got to be really careful with that situation. But play defensively, just back away from him. You got lots of room. He's got openings after his 1 and 2. Obviously, you saw a failed opening after special 2 in this once, but I also got it after another one. He snaps the whip around twice, and once he snaps it, you're free to go back in. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it down below in the comments. Like I said, I'm going to try to make another video using lower level champs hitting it. But if you have any questions or ideas for what you want to take in there, feel free to leave a comment, and I can I'll try to reply back and get you guys some different ideas. We've got 2 weeks to do this, so make sure you hit it while you can. It's worth it to go in there, even if you don't feel like your roster's strong enough, just to 1, get better, to practice, and 2, to just make sure that it's possible to clear without spending a ton of units. If you've got some revives saved up, just timing that heal block or reverse heal, like guillotine, however you want to pronounce it, depending on where you live in the world. Applying those stacks with guillotine with a heal reverse works really well against Mephisto as well. So anyways, feel free to like and subscribe. I'll have some more content coming at you guys before too long, and we'll continue to go from there. Have a good one, guys. See ya.